One of Viettel's culture is, Viettel can become great only if each individual does his job best with all his heart and passion. Hardworking, sacrifice, and dedication are outstanding qualities of any Viettel staff. Doing what we love, Viettel people are always ready to deal with new challenges, new situations, and move on. In the first 20 years of development, the toughest challenge Viettel had to face was to prove itself and outrun its competitions. But the next 5 years after we had confirmed our leading role in the market, from 2009 to 2014, our greatest difficulty was to overcome ourselves. Viettel people are never satisfied with successes of the past time. Instead, we keep going forward. For this reason, new ambitious and challenging targets have been set for us to try harder and grow higher. At the time when our revenues had just reached $3 billion, Viettel challenged itself by setting a target of tripling revenues to $10 billion within 5 years and becoming the leading telecommunication corporation of Vietnam in 2015. This impossible task had never been reached by any business before. How did Viettel people make the impossible possible? Maintaining the core values and spreading these values to every people in any position are the key factors. Therefore, over the last 5 years, Viettel was the only company to organize and strongly promote emulation movement. Though it may have been carried out under various forms in different units and under different names, the only mission was to encourage Viettel employees to dedicate themselves and accomplish their job at their best performance. To achieve the growth target, Viettel has taken part in the fierce battle of business, and the Viettel Post Corporation is the pioneer. A few years before, Viettel gained success in opening a way to rural markets and providing telecom service to average and low-income people. And now, this market has become a competitive environment in business. Implementing the guideline 3 together, Mr. Trần Quốc Khánh, director of Viettel Duyên Hải, Trà Vinh Province, started a field trip with his subordinates. He knew that the success of their business depends on the performance of the employees who work directly with the local community. The mission will be completed if each of them can work well. Each region has its own unique culture, while competitors are growing their business. This fact requires us to come to every household instead of waiting for customers as before. Mr. Khánh actions have influenced his subordinates and helped them overcome their weakness to approach customers and develop the service. Now they can find a way to get customers' recognition and trust. Accordingly, 90% population in Duyên Hải district, Trà Vinh province, has reached Viettel's telecommunication service. As a result, Trà Vinh has had 17.3% growth in revenue, approximately $3.3 million, which ranks the first in Viettel internal subsidiaries. Mr. Khánh is one of 100 other directors of Viettel subsidiaries in Vietnam, following the guideline 3 together, exploring, discovering, and working together. That reflects the vitality and efficiency of Viettel's policy. The success of the emulation activities could be seen as one of the key resolutions for Viettel Telecommunication to witness the remarkable growth in 2014. In 2014, total revenue reached $400 million, completing 102.7% of plan, increased by 16.6% compared to 2013. In particular, sales on service reached $300 million, increased by 8.8% compared with 2013. Thus, the growth rate of the whole group in 2014 is 20% higher than in 2013. We try to accelerate implementing the emulation movement. and the criteria are specific number and detailed solutions. It would not only have fulfilled the tasks of production and business, but also improve living standards and improve the professional working environment in all units of VTT, contributing to the development and sustainability of Viettel. In order to achieve outstanding results in business, network infrastructure plays a very important role and is considered as the lifeblood of the body. That is the reason why the entire employees of VTNet are the frontline soldiers who have to face many obstacles, many dangerous situations in order to maintain the Viettel network. We have a skydiver state of mind. To become a skydiver, you must be very knowledgeable about the process, movement techniques, skills, and carefully examine the process. Because if only one error exists, the skydiver could be in danger. Similarly, a Viettel staff needs to understand in terms of equipment the processes of the network. Before performing one operation, he has to check very carefully step by step and evaluate the result after that. Skydiver state of mind is one outstanding feature of the staffs and employees in VTNet. What is skydiver state of mind? It is the courage, dedication, and responsibility. They are willing to work under whatever conditions. Mr. Lee Ming-Hian from the technical center had not come home for months. He had to prepare for the shifting strategy of Viettel Group, transferring mobile telecom to broadband telecom in 2015. Thus, the establishment of 3G and 4G stations was a critical mission in 2014. Accordingly, 3G stations increased to 4,500, in which a record in December 2014 was 1,300. That was the reason why Mr. Hian and other technical staffs rarely had day offs during that time. Trying every day to work more efficiently seems to be a self-conscious mindset of every Viettelnetter. Therefore, several movements including stations are home, devices are children, has been spreading to all employees and staffs naturally. Instead of using machines, they remove cracks from the station by their own hands. Another movement called Every Time, Everywhere, which encourages VTNet's technical teams to work under any conditions of weather in order to guarantee the stability of the information transmission. Thanks to their efforts, the broadband network of Viettel has been consistently considered the widest and most stable one in Vietnam. Moreover, conquering internal market is not the only target of Viettel. Since 2009, International Investment Plan has been a focused strategy in 5 years of Viettel Group, hard to implement as the fierce competition in overseas markets. But for Viettelers, challenge is the inspiration for creativeness and productiveness. During the last 5 years, Viettelers have been overcoming the barrier of language, cultural differences, and the harsh conditions of climate to penetrate in 9 countries, in 3 continents, paving the way to make Viettel a global group. Viettel's working spirit and methods have a good impact on people in host countries. If he didn't consider Medphone his home, Tolaroth couldn't work hard like this. After 1 month in charge of sales director of Medphone, Tolaroth has got 120,000 SIMs for students activated. It's an impressive figure in an 800,000 student country as Cambodia. And this is Mr. Luis Membrillo, Director of Technical Center, B10 Peru. He spent 14 hours per day and had no day off to prepare for the opening day of service. He also rejected to work for our competitor, Movistar, although he was offered salary 3 times higher than in Viettel. What Viettel is building not only brings benefits to me, but more importantly, to my country. And I think what we have been doing will be a milestone. You see, I eventually will die in the next 40 or 50 years, but what I could do for my country is building a broadband network with best quality, stable condition, and wide coverage. In Viettel's overseas markets, with a population of nearly 200 million, there are many people similar to Tolaroth and Luis Membrillo. The spirit and mindset of Viettelers in Vietnam have influenced internationally. I want to complete myself and prove my professional skill. I'm satisfied now. I can learn and gain experience every day. I believe in the future of the company, and I am ready to dedicate myself to the job. I'm eager to discover and learn. Unitel has brought the best out of me. I am a driver, but now I can work in sales and technical sector because Unitel let me try on different jobs. I'm proud to be an employee of Unitel. Since I was a student, I have always wanted to work in human resources. I wanted to do something special and valuable for my country. I found Nextel to be an outstanding company which aligns with my career goal. That's why I decided to become a part of Nextel. I'm happy with my choice. Obviously, by inspiring the passion of our employees across the globe, overseas investment has brought in optimistic results after only 5 years. Total revenue from overseas investment of Viettel in 2014 reached $1.2 billion with a growth rate of 25%, making Viettel the only telecom corporation of Vietnam has succeeded in overseas business. However, Viettel's success is not only measured by its revenue, but also its contribution to leveraging Viettel's position in the world stage. Viettel is not only successful in new business sectors, but also makes breakthrough in the traditional ones. And the most outstanding example is Viettel Post Joint Stock Corporation. Thanks to advanced information technology, the delivery process of Viettel system becomes faster, more accurate, and more reliable. Besides, the creativity in wage payment policy of Viettel Post Corporation has stirred people to greatness. It explains how Viettel could generate 1,692 billion Vietnam dong in revenue in fiscal 2014, increased by 48% compared to 2013, and how the corporation could remain stable when other enterprises had to struggle on the edge of crisis. Viettel people never rest after reaching a peak. They always set a new higher goal to challenge themselves because this is the only way to move forward. After securing the top position in telecommunications sector in Vietnam, Viettel aims to become the leading network provider in the world. After succeeding in rural markets, Viettel moved to conquer urban area, in which the business environment is very competitive. After penetrating and successfully investing in developed countries, Viettel focused on a more challenging market. During the last 5 years, all Viettel employees, from the drivers, the cleaning staffs, officers, workers, postal employees, salespeople, the directors, with their strong will and engagement, has not been only working 8 hours per day, but also making ongoing efforts to turn every little ordinary things into valuable things. That's the way every Viettel employee become great. And that is how we always make breakthrough and create values for ourselves and for society. This is a chart of growth in revenue and profit of Viettel Group from 2009 to 2014. With revenue of $10 billion in 2014, Viettel has accomplished 5-year plan 1 year earlier than planned time. However, for Viettelers, success is the result of hard work, not a goal to achieve. With many important shifts in our strategy from now to 2020, once again, Viettel has chosen to challenge ourselves with new rigorous goals. But only new challenges could motivate Viettelers to work, explore and discover new ways and innovative solutions. Each Vietteler, with different responsibilities and in different units, are a factor creating the future of Viettel. Starting running, every morning you wake up. Start emulating every day you go to work, for a better and brighter future.